Encyclopedyfy reads for you. Today, Among Us. Among Us is an online multiplayer social deduction game developed and published by American game studio Encyclopedyfy and released on June 15, 2018. The game takes place in a space-themed setting, in which players each take on one of two roles, most being crewmates, and a predetermined number being imposters. The goal of the crewmates is to identify the imposters, eliminate them, and complete tasks around the map. The imposters' goal is to covertly sabotage and kill the crewmates before they complete all their tasks. Through a plurality vote, players believed to be imposters may be removed from the game. If all imposters are eliminated or all tasks are completed, the crewmates win. If there is an equal number of imposters and crewmates, or if a critical sabotage goes unresolved, the imposters win. While initially released in 2018 to little mainstream attention, it received an influx of popularity in 2020 due to many well-known Twitch streamers and YouTubers playing it. In response to the game's popularity, a sequel, Among Us 2, was announced in August 2020. However, a month later in September, the planned sequel was cancelled, as the team instead shifted focus to improving the original game. Among Us has inspired internet memes and achieved a large following online. Gameplay. Among Us is a multiplayer game, supporting 4 to 10 players. 1 to 3 of these players are randomly selected each game to be imposters, while the rest are crewmates. The game can take place on one of 3 maps: a spaceship, the Skeld, a headquarters building, Mirror HQ, or a planet base, Polis. Crewmates are given tasks to complete around the map in the form of minigames, consisting of maintenance work on vital systems, such as electrical rewiring and fueling engines. Imposters are given a fake list of tasks to blend in with crewmates, although they are unable to complete any task. They can sabotage the map's systems, traverse vents to get around the playing space quickly, work with and identify any other imposters, and kill crewmates. If a player dies, they become a ghost. Ghosts can pass through walls, but can only interact with the world in limited ways and are invisible to everyone except other ghosts. However, they must still complete their tasks. All players, aside from ghosts, have a limited cone of vision, only allowing them to see other players within a certain unblocked distance around them, despite the game's top-down perspective. The crewmates win by completing all tasks or by finding and eliminating all the imposters. For the imposters to win, they must either have a sabotage countdown run out or kill enough crewmates such that the number of imposters is equal to the number of crewmates. Ghosts help their living teammates by completing tasks as a crewmate or performing sabotages as an imposter. When an imposter performs a sabotage, either there is an immediate consequence, such as all the lights being turned off or doors being closed, or a countdown begins. In the latter case, if the sabotage is not resolved before the countdown finishes, the imposters win. Sabotages can be resolved by living players in varying ways depending on which sabotage is performed. Games can also end by players quitting the match if doing so fulfills any win condition. A player quitting is equivalent to them being eliminated, and a crewmate quitting leads to their tasks being considered completed for the total. Any living player who finds a dead body can report it, which halts all other gameplay and calls a group meeting. In the meeting, players discuss who they believe is an imposter based on the evidence surrounding the killing. To help determine the identity of imposters, there are various tracking systems in each map, such as a security camera system in the Skeld, a door log in Mirror HQ, and a vitals indicator in Polis. If a plurality vote is reached, the chosen person is ejected from the map and dies. Living players may also call an emergency meeting by pressing a button in the map at any time, except when a sabotage is in progress. Players can communicate in a text chat, but can only speak during meetings, and only if they are alive, although ghosts can speak with one another at any time. While the game does not have a built-in voice chat system, it is common for players to use external programs such as Discord while playing. In each game's lobby, various options can be adjusted to customize aspects of gameplay, such as the vision range of the crewmates and the imposters, and the number of emergency meetings. There are also many cosmetic options, including spacesuit colors, skins, hats, and pets, some of which are paid downloadable content. Popularity. While released in 2018, it was not until mid-2020 that Among Us saw a surge of popularity, initially driven by content creators online in South Korea and Brazil. The COVID-19 pandemic was frequently cited as a reason for the popularity of Among Us, as it allowed for socialization despite social distancing. Continued popularity. The game's popularity continued into the following months. YouTube reported videos about Among Us were viewed 4 billion times in September 2020. TikTok videos related to Among Us had over 13 billion views in October 2020. In September 2020, the game exceeded 100 million downloads, and its player count rose to 1.5 million concurrent players, nearly 400,000 of which were on Steam. Then peaked to 3.8 million in late September. This sudden increase in players overloaded the game's server, which according to Willard was at the time a totally free Amazon server, and it was terrible, which forced him to work under crunch time to quickly fix it. October 2020 hacks. A series of ongoing hacks by a player known only as Eris Loris have been appearing on mainly North American servers. Several players on the Among Us subreddit and on Twitter have reported the player hacking their lobbies, promoting his YouTube channel, providing links to his Discord server, and sending political spam through the game chat. The hacker also threatened players that refusing to subscribe to the channel will result in their devices being hacked into. Associated Press noted the game was the most downloaded app on the iOS App Store for both iPhones and iPads in October 2020. Greg Pearson of Rock, Paper, Shotgun found playing as an imposter a lot more fun than playing as a crewmate, which he called exhausting. In reference to the game's popularity among streamers, Evelyn Lau of The National said, "Watching the reactions of people trying to guess who the imposter is and sometimes getting it very wrong or lying terribly about not being the imposter is all quite entertaining." Alice O'Connor of Rock, Paper, Shotgun described the game as Mafia or Werewolf but with minigames. Encyclopedyfy read it for you. Please help the channel with your like, subscribe and tell us what you want your next reading to be.